again, we're battling the weather elements here tonight at Golden Isles, and had the pop-up shower here on Thursday night and the rain out last night. So we'll see how it goes. It's been smooth as silk, though, all weekend.
Honestly, that's the thing. It's been a lot of people said last night, locals who know the racetrack, if you would have raced last night, rough. And what does that usually mean tonight? Rough.
Yeah.
So right decision to sit it out, but right now it looks beautiful. Grady did an amazing job.
Yeah, there's no use. Second race out of 15 here for Speed Weeks in the Lucas Oil Series. No use going out trashing a bunch of race cars. So Ricky Thornton Jr. and Mike Marlar make up the front row. We're still under caution here as the caution lights will be extinguished here shortly. Ben will be reporting from the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. 60 laps tonight, $25,000 to win.
Yeah, again, this just elevated the last several years, right? At Golden Isles was always kind of that stop on the way to Florida. Now you really have a mega event here in 3 days, and James will be back in 26 days from tonight. The high limit Lucas Oil combination right back here to, I guess we can call it wrap up Speed Weeks. It is after Daytona, but I'm excited to get back here with Brad Sweet and Kyle Larson, the sprint car guys. And
then we'll do it again coming up in October at Atomic Speedway, the Charlie Vest promoted facility in Chillicothe, Ohio. Make your plans now for that. You can check out our entire Lucas Oil schedule at lucasdirt.com.
Another 60 plus this year, James. And what is it? You've done 800, missed 4 in 20 years.
I think it is 20 years, absolutely.
That one to go, it looks like.
Well, here we go. Nerves are getting, and again, nerves are getting there, my friend. And hey, if we lose the butterflies, then might as well do something else, right? But we're ready to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. now on the pole. Mike Marlar on the outside as they come out of turn number 4 to conclude the General Tire Super Bowl of Racing here at Golden Isles. The General Tire Super Bowl of Racing. This is the Dixie Chopper Field of Motion. 3-wide battle there for third. As out at turn number 2, Ricky Thornton Jr. has the lead. Mikey Marlar runs second in the 157. Jonathan Davenport third off of turn number 4 as they started back at the Nutrien Solutions start zone into turn number 1. Again, caution flags until 10 or less laps to go. Would be a Delaware double final restart. All lap cars restart on the tail after a caution or red flag as Thornton continues to show the way in the Todd and Vicky Burns SSI Motorsports 20RT. Here comes Marlar through the middle in the 157. First full year driving for Greg Bruning, Skyline Motorsports. Out of Winfield, Tennessee, 3-time Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals winner, running in second with the driver who won last year at Knoxville, holding the lead at Ricky Thornton Jr. Down the back straightaway as they work on lap number 5. Marlar not letting him slip away. Again, we have 28 cars started. Right now, they're about a half a track behind the tail end of the field. Thornton still leads. Marlar second. Davenport, O'Neill, and Owens your top 5. 6th is Chris Madden in 44. Meanwhile, Marlar now to the bottom as Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to protect it out of turn 4. Marlar has a run down the main straightaway. 6 laps in the record books here tonight as they come out of turn number 2. Again, they graded off the entire top of this racetrack as they go into turn 3. Out of 4, it's still Ricky Thornton Jr. showing the way. It's about 4 car lengths the advantage, and it's Davenport, O'Neill, Madden, Owens, Brandon Overton, Brandon Shepard, Devin Moran, and Ross Robinson. And right now, they're about to pick up the tail end of the field as they enter turn 1. Off of turn 4 is the battle for lead with Ricky Thornton Jr. and Mike Marlar. This racetrack has been spectacular all weekend long. It's a shame we had the rain out last night because we were setting up for another great program as they fire up at turn number 4. Give them 9 laps in the record books here tonight. They have picked up the tail end of the field. Marlar takes a glance on the bottom. Down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr. 23 wins here a year ago in the Lucas Oil Late Model Series. That was 8 more than Scott Bloomquist had won when he set the record several years ago. Right now, 10 in the books, 50 to go. Here they come to the tail end of the field as they pick up lap cars down the main straightaway. It's still Thornton as they get around Daniel Wade. O'Reilly Auto Parts top rookie contender out at turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Marlar, here comes Davenport working the bottom. So no lap cars between your top 2 and Ricky Thornton Jr. and Mikey Marlar off at turn 4. Marlar staying right there. Davenport. Hudson O'Neal again, the winner here on Thursday night. The defending series champion, the defending World 100 winner down the back straightaway. Mikey Marlar now working that bottom. Clements Power under the hood of that Longhorn, likewise for the 20 RT in a turn 1. As they work on the 7, possible O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year contender, Drake Troutman, the Pennsylvania driver, in a turn 3. Clean and green so far as we work lap 14 here tonight. 20 RT is led from the start. Look out, Nodorf gets a little sideways. Here comes Marlar on the bottom. As Blair Nodorf got in there hot into turn 1, turned it a little bit sideways, got it straightened back out as they still battle. Troutman's trying to stay on the lead lap down the main straightaway. 14 laps, make it 15 in the books. 45 to go in this $25,000 to win main event. Here's Davenport. He'll get some heat from O'Neal. They finished first and second the other night. O'Neal led 39 of the 40 laps. JD led 1 lap. And that was lap 22 here 2 nights ago. Here comes Madden working the bottom in the 44. Off at turn 4. Lap number 17 in the record books here tonight. And on the outside, O'Neal and Davenport. Working into turn 1. Madden behind him in the spot number 5. Then it's Jimmy Owens, Brandon Overton, Brandon Shepard, Devin Moran. Ross Robinson runs 10th in the Dutch Star Motorsports number 7. We work lap 18. Thornton into turn 1. Marlar still about 2 car lengths back. There's Jimmy Owens now. Jimmy Owens running very well here this week. Will he return to the Lucas Oil Late 100 Series seeking a record 5th championship? Right now, Brandon Overton coming out of turn number 4. And meanwhile, Drake Troutman looks like he's a little bit off the pace in car 7. Does he have a tire going down? Drake Troutman may have a right rear tire going down as we stay green down the back straightaway. Troutman will slow going down the back straightaway. And will he be able to make it back into the pit area to the infield? Yes, he does. So Troutman calls it a 9 in car 7. Thornton continues to show the way. As we have 21 laps on the board here for your race leader off of turn 4. Mike Marlar still right there. Davenport, O'Neal, Madden, Overton, Owens, Shepard, Moran, Ross Robinson, and Tyler Erb right now in car number 1. Mike Marlar looking for that opportunity as your race leader has 2 cars running side by side, the tail end of the field, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As we work lap 23 for the 20 RT, the driver out of Martinsville, Indiana now. Now which way will he go as Marlar has a run out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway behind the 76 of Blair Nodorf. This might be Marlar's chance if this thing stays green to capture the lead out of turn 4. He's still about 4 car lengths back. And again, McCready and Nodor still running side by side in front of your race leader, Ricky Thornton Jr. Down the back straightaway, battle back here. Hudson O'Neal in car number 1 and Jonathan Davenport. Davenport back into 3rd. Off at turn 4, those 2 go side by side. At the line, half a car length. Davenport has that spot. Sporty battle there. Here comes Madden. 3-way tango there for the spot down the back straightaway. Davenport, O'Neal, and Madden. Meanwhile, it is still Ricky Thornton Jr. off at turn number 4. Into turn 1. Halfway coming up next time in 5 more laps of this 60-lapper here at Golden Isles. Green flag racing so far here tonight off at turn 4. Well, you know Marlar's just waiting on that chance into turn 1. Out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. There you see the battle back here between Davenport, O'Neal, and Madden. Right now, Overton running at 6th. Jimmy Owens is 7th. Shepard is 8th. 9th is Moran. 10th is Robinson. 11th is Tyler. But 12th runs Clay Harris. Coming up on the halfway mark as they go Down the main straightaway into turn 1 is your race leader. It continues to be Ricky Thornton Jr., a career year in 2023. Into turn 3, Marlar right there. Mikey's cut it down to 2 car lengths. Here comes the battle for the lead out of turn number 4. At the halfway mark, 30 down, 30 to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. is led from the drop of the green flag. Down the back straightaway, Mike Marlar has not let him get away at all. It's been mainly 4 car lengths have been the biggest deficit that Marlar has faced. Now Mikey Marlar swinging down to the bottom as we have Brian Shirley there in the 3 car. The final car in the lead lap down the back straightaway. Marlar will have a run. Mike Marlar looking for that opportunity. One slip up by Thornton here in traffic could be the difference here tonight if this thing stays green all of the way. Mikey Marlar down the back straightaway. He's cut it down to a car length and a half into turn number 3. The veteran driver out of Winfield, Tennessee, off at turn 4 behind the 76 of Blair Nodorf. Davenport still is 3rd, O'Neill 4th, 5th is Madden, 6th is Brandon Overton, then it's Brandon Shepard, Jimmy Owens, Devin Moran, Ross Robinson. A good run for the Delaware driver, still in that 10th position. Ricky Thornton Jr. now Madden, and Davenport and O'Neill are about to catch the top 2 down the back straightaway. Into turn 3. Here comes Marlar. Here comes Davenport. Here comes O'Neill. Here comes Madden off at turn 4. And now, meanwhile, here comes O'Neill, goes to the top shelf. That's where he led most of the race here on Thursday night. He tries to cross over to 3, backs out of it. Behind Davenport, Madden right there as well off at turn 4. It's still Thornton as they will get around the 75 of rookie contender Daniel Adam. Out at turn number 2, it is still Ricky Thornton Jr. now to the outside. Here comes the 157 of Mike Marlar. What do you see, Michael? Does the 157, is he waiting for a chance to get that lead as we stay green? Okay. Down the back straightaway. Mikey Marlar goes to the outside. Here comes the 157 for the lead. As we work lap 37, off of 4, they slide up the track. They're close, man. They might have touched, and Davenport takes the lead. Jonathan Davenport. Holy cow, down the back straightaway. And here they come. Davenport, Thornton. Now Hudson O'Neill goes to 3rd. As Thornton and Marlar were going at it for the lead, Davenport stuck to the inside of both of them. Here comes Thornton back on the bottom as they work out of turn 4. Down the main straightaway, it's still JD, Ricky Thornton Jr. all over him in the 20 RT. Now Ricky Thornton Jr. goes to the back of the outside. Here comes Hudson O'Neill on the bottom. Well, Mike Marlar gave it a run on the outside as Jimmy Owens slows on the front straightaway and car number 20 out of the race. After running in the top 10 for most of this race, the 4-time series champion is called tonight in the Kohler Motorsports number 20. There's the battle for the lead. Jonathan Davenport and Ricky Thornton Jr. as they come off at turn number 4. Thornton down the main straightaway, 2 car lengths back. Then it's O'Neill, Marlar, Madden, Overton, Shepard, Moran, Ross Robinson, and Tyler Erb now in your top 10. Jonathan Davenport, that Double L Motorsports for Lance and Darla Landers, that team based in Batesville, Arkansas, the Nutrient Ag Solutions ASC warranty car. As to the outside goes Ricky Thornton Jr. A dandy developing here in the late going at Golden Isle Speedway. We have been green from the start as they come off at turn number 4. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to make that top work. Trying to do Ricky Thornton Jr. things as he did a year ago. Here comes O'Neill. Down the back straightaway, O'Neill is going to have a run on Ricky Thornton Jr. now. Into turn 3. They'll have 15 laps to go, 45 in the books. Oh, man, Davenport now. He'll have to tuck back to the bottom. Hudson O'Neill up, down the back straightaway. Marlar still in there. Chris Madden now in 44. Off at turn 4, Thornton all over the rear deck lid of Jonathan Davenport. Then it's O'Neill, Madden, Marlar, Brandon Overton trying to make a late race run in 76. 14 laps to go. 46 in the record books. Jonathan Davenport now behind the 76 of Blair Nodorf into turn number 1. Now Mike Marlar, he'll swing it out wide down the back straightaway in the 157. Can he make that top work? He almost did there a while back. Off at turn 4. Still JD, Thornton, Madden in third in 44. Chris Madden, that Dryden Longhorn down the back straightaway. Oh, Thornton going to go to the bottom for the lead. Oh, man. Here comes Madden on the bottom. And Thornton's going to take the lead back at the 20 RT. 11 laps to go. Chris Madden on the bottom for the lead. We've had 2 different leaders. We're about to have 3 as Chris Madden digging hard in 44. Chris Madden started back in 6th. Battle out of turn 4. They're going to go side by side down the main straightaway with 10 laps to go. And we got a car slowing on the main straightaway. And it's Tim McCready. So the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out for the first time in this race for Tim McCready. 11
laps to go in this one, James. A dizzying pace to start. A yellow comes out. 11 to go at the Super Bowl of racing for Tim McCready. James,
wow.
At one point I thought for sure, well, no one's going to pass anybody, right? And then there's this dizzying sequence where everyone's passing everybody there for about 4 or 5 laps, and now I'm not sure what's going to happen here in the last 11, if I'm being honest.
Well, you had the battle for the lead there. Marlar had a run on the outside, and Thornton drifted up the track, and Davenport got by both of them. And then Thornton got back around Davenport, and here comes Chris Madden. He was going for the lead before the caution flag down to Ben Shelton in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
Yeah, it looks like Tim McCready down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. A new right rear tire is going to go on that 39 car. Ryan Gustin's made his way down as well. They're making an adjustment on the back of that 19. We'll see if he makes it back out. But Tim McCready will work with his crew, a new right rear tire. And guys, if you're Chris Madden, that Dave Warren Power Sports caution could not have come out at a worse time.
You kind of wonder here, too, what's going to happen, guys, after this, because sometimes on a track that's been, passing's been at a little premium a little bit, where traffic has allowed a lot of the moves to be made. I don't know that we're going to get back to it with 11 to go here. As Ben said, I think Ricky Thornton, very fortunate that caution comes out there. I didn't think Madden had a chance in 5th, and now all of a sudden he's knocking on the door to win this race.
Well, O'Neill looked like he was going to do something to take the lead. Marlar was battling for the lead. So 11 laps to go. 49 in the books. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr., Chris Madden, Jonathan Davenport, Mike Marlar, Hudson O'Neill, your top 5. Then it'll be Brandon Overton, Devin Moran, Brandon Shepard, Ross Robinson, Tyler Erb, 10th. Well, welcome back to the General Tire Super Bowl of Racing here at Golden Isle Speedway outside of Brunswick, Georgia. Our first caution of the race has just appeared for Tim McCready, who's gone in for a tire change.
The series director, Rick Schwally, letting us know, too, will be single file. Despite the fact there are 11 to go, racetrack conditions right now will be single file restart with RTJ Madden 49 and 157 here.
Boy, Mikey made a run on that outside, and Thornton saw him.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you, James. At one point, as Tim McCready pulls back on the track, I think you could have convinced me any one of those top 5 might have were guys that were going to win this race. And how big is it for Garrett Smith now? Because I think he'd be right here in the mix, too. That what happened with him on the tire at the beginning is a big development here.
Right now, I believe only 2 cars out of the race, Drake Troutman and Jimmy Owens. Jimmy Owens had ran inside the top 6 or 7 the entire race and pulled out here late in this one with 40 laps scored. So Ricky Thornton Jr., your race leader in the battle back and forth. Just as Chris Madden was going for the lead, Tim McCready slowed on the main straightaway, bringing out the first caution of the race.
You can see it with Ricky Thornton, too, and obviously JD. Any of the guys in the top 5 are capable, but I think you made the comment, doing as only Ricky Thornton can do. He's hitting that apex moment in his career right now where, hey, I can't tell if the middles go. Wait, Ricky's making the middle work, right?
Right.
And he's kind of hitting that apex point in his career as we come to green here.
All right, we'll go single file here at the Nutrien Solutions restart zone with Ricky Thornton Jr. looking for his 29th career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We are back underway at Golden Isles. Going into turn 1, Madden will keep it on the brake out of turn number 2. Will smash the loud pedal down the back straightaway. Jonathan Davenport third. Mikey Marler runs in fourth. Battle side by side for fifth. It's Overton and O'Neill into turn 3. Hudson O'Neill trying to make that top work. Is there enough crumbs? Is there enough? And no, Devin Moran will get back around. Even O'Neill will get back to the bottom. 10 laps to go. It's about a 6-7 car length advantage for Ricky Thornton Jr. Anthony Burrows, the crew chief of that number 20 RT, as they head down the main straightaway into turn 1. Off of 2. Will they pick up the tail end of the field? It's just now exiting turn number 4. The leaders are entering turn number 3. Chris Madden, boy, he did not want to see that caution as we have 8 laps to go. Madden is still second. Then it's Davenport and now Marler trying to stay in the groove on that bottom. You don't want to slip up or you'll get around. And we got a car, Tyler Erb, slowing on the main straightaway. Tyler Erb, he's just running in the top 10, and the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. Well, the number 1 out of New Waverly, Texas.
8 laps to go here at the Super Bowl of Racing. Ricky Thornton Jr. in command as Tyler Erb brings out a caution here at Golden Isle Speedway. It's going to be one of those things, James, here where we had no yellows, right, for 49 laps, and can we survive the last 8 here? You hope there's not 5 more.
Yeah, the tire's down, so he will have a chance to change it. Erb, again, it was running inside the top 10. So that'll move Dalton Wilson 10th right now. Donald McIntosh 11th. Clay Harris runs in 12th.
Ross Robinson in 9th. A good start to the speed weeks for him, right? Last year really battled his way through Georgia and Florida and a couple of solid runs. He was a hard charger last night, all the way up. And if he could finish inside the top 10, I think he'll take Rick Eckert on the road with him everywhere. Rick's going to have to do all 65 Lucas races.
There you go.
If this keeps up.
Been down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit with Tyler Erb.
Yeah, you guys called it a flat right rear tire on the number 1 of Tyler Erb. They'll put a new tire on there. And, of course, the other teams over here looking to see if it was tire wear or something cut it. And that's probably the biggest concern right now. If you're in the top 5 for those guys, the bottom of the racetrack is the place to be. But if there's a piece of debris out there, that could be a game changer.
Always fascinated, James, those hot pit areas, how it's like organized, orchestrated chaos down there, right?
Exactly.
But all these guys do it all year long together. They work all year long together. The other crews help drivers that are not their own. It's kind of a beautiful thing to watch, honestly, as they make it work down there.
Well, Hudson O'Neill, after that caution, tried to make the top work, but he lost, a couple of spots there and is back to 7th right now. Well, your goal right now is just to stay on the bottom, right? Yeah,
what that is with Hudson O'Neill losing spots is Danny White saying, give it a shot. That's Danny White, the crew chief for the Rocket One, giving him a spot.
Because it's your six best finishes during this speed week. And
yeah, so if he slips a couple, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
It's Danny saying, see if there's anything up there.
He's got, a top win in the bank already. So there you see making adjustments.
It's I believe the 3rd Tyler Erb tire that's gone on that car since he's pulled into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Pit area.
Ben, what about the tire wear on the right side of the number 1 car? What do you see down there?
Well, they were looking at him. It really did not look like a tire wear situation, James.
So they get the lug nuts on. The jack is down. And we'll go one more under caution flag. 8 laps to go, 52 in the books. It's Ricky Thornton Jr., Chris Madden, Jonathan Davenport, and Mike Marler, Brandon Overton. Then it's Devin Moran, Hudson O'Neill, Brandon Shepard, Ross Robinson, Dalton Wilson, your top 10. And we'll talk to the Big River Steel podium top 3 after this race, as he will go on the tail end of the lead lap cars if he can get back out in time. As they come out of turn 4, Ricky Thornton Jr. lead him to the green flag at the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone, and Marler got out of line and Overton around him. Now, what is Mike Marler? He's going to have to get back down to the bottom. He may lose another spot down the back straightaway to Devin Moran. Into turn 3, Marler's going for it. Josh Davis, Jerry Sprouse trying to see if there's enough crumbs up there to make it work, and he loses 2 spots on the restart. Ricky Thornton Jr. continues to lead. He stretches out to about 4 car lengths the advantage over Chris Madden. We will have 6 laps remaining in this race. Ricky Thornton Jr., the Big River Steel, Coltman Farms, Hoker Trucking, 20 RT for Todd and Vicky Burns, SSI Motorsports. Out of 2 down the back straightaway. Chris Mann still a solid second. Davenport third. As they come out of turn 4. Will the tires last here? 5 laps to go for the driver out of Martinsville, Indiana, out of turn number 2. Chris Madden staying back there. They want to stay back just a little bit to see if you can have a shot there, but they probably will not pick up the tail end of the field. 4 laps to go into turn 1. Davenport, Overton, Moran, Myler, O'Neill, Shepard, Ross Robinson, Dalton Wilson remain your top 10. He is so good. He is so smooth off of turn 4. Into turn number 1. 3 laps to go. Madden has made up a little bit of time as they head into turn number 3. Boom Briggs out of the race. Thornton into turn 1. Madden, 3 laps to go, make it 2 to go. As they work, lap 59 coming up. It'll be the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. Madden's going to make a late race charge here. Are the tires slipping as they come out of turn number 4? The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go for Ricky Thornton Jr. He is hanging on out of turn number 2. Here comes Chris Madden, 44. Down the back straightaway, the final lap. And Ricky Thornton Jr. off at turn number 4 is going to win the General Tires Super Bowl of racing here tonight at Golden Isle Speedway. Chris Madden will take second. Jonathan Davenport third. Brandon Overton fourth. Fifth will be Devin Moran. Sixth, Mike Marler. Then I believe Hudson O'Neill, Brandon Shepard, Ross Robinson, and Donald McIntosh. That is unofficial. So now they will go to the UNO8 scales. And right now, in the Big River Steel podium, Thornton, Madden, and Davenport. As you see the 20 RT, he will go back to the UNO8 scales.
James, Ricky Thornton Jr. obviously going to get the headlines here. Finishing 7th, a full second faster than anyone when this race was over on the last lap. Ryan Gustin.
Okay, so I was thinking, yeah, he was not a lap down, so we did finish 7th.
Yeah, 16.156 on the last lap. Ricky Thornton's final lap, 17.186. Literally 1 second faster, all for naught. Great run for Ryan Gustin, but Ricky Thornton Jr. gets the win tonight at the Super Bowl of Racing.
So again, unofficially, your top 5, Thornton, Madden, Davenport, Brandon Overton, Devin Moran. Then Mike Marler, 6th, 7th, Ryan Gustin, 8th, Hudson O'Neill, 9th, Brandon Shepard, 10th, Ross Robinson, 11th, Donald McIntosh, 12th was Dalton Wilson, 13th, Garrett Alberson, Max Blair, Cody Overton, your top 15.
I think it's one of those races tonight too, James. We didn't want the yellow there, right? That doesn't help any. And I think had we not had the weather moving in, and I'm told it's not all that far west of us, they get a little more time to do a little more with the racetrack. But at the end of the day, getting the show in, the most important thing.
Right.
They were able to do that tonight.
Right. They did their best. Grady Lloyd and promoter Steve Stevenson. So we'll check the droop and also the UNO8 scales, make sure everybody's okay there.
Drones have just changed coverage, haven't they? The ability, I say it all the time, it's the one camera that can be 10 cameras. It can go over the hot pit area. It can go over the scale. It can be an action camera. It can be a scene setter camera. Our guy Ian, who flies the drone for us, does just a tremendous job. And it really has changed, not just for us, but everybody that broadcasts short track races. As Ricky, looks like he's in good standing, James, headed back out on the racetrack.
Yeah, that was a tremendous battle there. Thornton had the lead, and Marler had the run going into turn 4. Looked like Mikey might get around him, and then Davenport snuck in on the bottom and got both of them. And then Thornton battled back, got the lead. And just never give up, do you? Never. As he makes his way back onto the track here at Golden Isles, and Ricky Thornton Jr. Can you get any better than last year? I mean, the guy just keeps on, you know.
He could be better if he won that Tulsa shootout. That's his. He's got to
Right.
some point add that one to his resume. He loves that. Man, he loves going to Tulsa. He loves the Chili Bowl and the shootout both, James.
And last night's rainout, he was looking for a place to run, either to take a micro sprint or a go-kart or whatever to race.
I said, I'm sure Okeechobee's running something. I told him last night.
As he heads down the main straightaway, Anthony Burrows, the crew chief. Of course, Justin Tharp coming over from Garrett Alberson. And also on the crew down there as they head down the main straightaway. They'll cover up the back of the car. And Ben Shelton, there you go. Ricky Thornton Jr. back in victory lane in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. What else is new, right?
That's right. His 29th career win in a year after winning 23 main events with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And try number 2, he goes to Lucas Oil Victory Lane. He is a Velan feature winner. Crew Chief Anthony Burrows leans in, congratulates the driver who picks up $25,000 here tonight in the General Tire Super Bowl of Racing finale. Getting set to climb out of the race car. We will talk to your top 3 out here. Chris Madden makes his way back out, and Jonathan Davenport, as we wait on Thornton to make his way out of the car, had to battle his way back to the lead. And he is taking the helmet off, getting set to climb out of the race car. Race fans, your winner here tonight, Ricky Thornton Jr. $25,000. 40-plus overall wins last year across multiple divisions, and we said 23 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and he's got the 6-pack down here. He's got all of his kids making his way to victory lane, his wife Shay, and we'll get him in front of the race car. Ricky, be honest with me. When you saw him go by you on the bottom, did you think there was any chance you were going to get back to the front?
Definitely not. I'm not quite sure why the 49 and 157 got to keep racing there. I ran into HUD at Deer Creek, get disqualified on the spot, but yeah, I guess we get some favoritism there and they get to do whatever they want.
Talk to me about that. What happened after the race, and you're obviously displeasured.
Oh, I mean, 100%. I don't know, Mikey drives across my right front in 3 and he's mad at me, so. JD, I tried to cross him and I probably shouldn't have stuffed it in there, but I mean, you gotta do racing in the rubber.
Ricky, last year you came really close to victory lane here, and you came up just short. Tonight, though, to leave here with the $25,000, how big is that for this team?
Oh, I mean, it's huge. Everyone's already counting us out, so who knows? Maybe the rest of the week we'll be just elbows up.
Who do you want to thank on this race car?
Hooker Trucking, Big River Steel, my wife, my boys, DJ, Tharp. Tharp came on here this year, and he's been a really good asset to our teams. Burrows, Darla's not here, but I know she's back home watching. We'll get to see Todd and Vicky there at East Bay. So we got a lot of great partners, Longhorn Chassis, Bill Steinshock, Westside Tractor Sales, my brother EMD Wraps. He got to send me a couple new ones, but we'll take it.
Well, he wins $25,000. He might be one of the most unhappy victory lane guys you'll see, but Ricky Thornton Jr. atop the Big River Steel podium here tonight, as we'll get set up to talk to your second place finisher in just a moment, as he's over getting a word with Jonathan Davenport, and we'll get a word with Chris Madden, the Gray Court, South Carolina driver, as he comes home in position number 2 on the Big River Steel podium. Chris, you come home second. That's got to be a candidate for the worst caution of the year for you, though. You had just gone to the lead, and what goes through your mind when you see the caution out?
Well, I seen Timmy up there slowing down, but he was still rolling and still going, so I felt like we shouldn't have had the caution thrown yet, but it is what it is, and he had one lane by then, so at that time we were just getting what we could get, but they had slipped up there, and I had the chance to go to the lead, and we did, and but it is what it is. We just want to thank Lucas Oil for getting this race in tonight. Weather's on us, and they rushed us through here. Thanks Grady and everybody at Golden Isle Speedway for working on the track, trying to give us something to race on, put on a good show for the fans. Thanks to all the fans coming out. Thanks to all my sponsors, Franklin Enterprises, Henderson Amusement, Millwood Plumbing, Dryden, Longhorn Chassis, Mark Tudor, Penske Shocks, Durham Race Engines, Hoosier Tire, VP Fuel, IBS, Pee-wee's Towing, Davis Diesel Service, Ray's Wraps, Classic Trucking, and all my guys, Ricky and Goose and Mark, those guys work hard for me, and all my family back home watching, my grandbaby and my wife and them back home watching, so I'd like to say hi to them, and Avery come down to help today, so it's been a good day. We've been struggling, so it feels good to be on the podium.
Race fans, how about it? Chris Madden comes home in position number 2. And tonight, rounding out the Big River Steel podium, we'll get a word momentarily with Jonathan Davenport. And JD, you come home in the 3rd spot, but some hurt feelings there. But what happened on the track from your perspective?
I think it's pretty easy to see what happened. The 20 RT and the other car that was running second, I think it was Marler at that time. Hell, I don't know. It's just anyway, they got together, and then I passed them both. I thought pretty clean, and then we come down the back straightaway in the 20 RT, jacked me up, about spun me out, getting in 3. And then I ran the rest of the race there and just kind of protecting the bottom like we do in the rubber. And then obviously he got a big run on me, but took the left side off and knocked us up the track. And then Madden got by us at that time. And then we raced another lap, and I thought I got back by Madden, and Madden had got by Ricky, and then I'd got by Ricky also where the caution come out. So it's kind of discrepancy of when they call the caution to where we're at on the racetrack. I don't think it always lines up. It's bit me more than one time. But anyway, we know how the 20 RT is going to race. That's fine. If he's, I don't know. I'm just going to try to be as professional as I can. I got to thank Nutrient Ag Solutions, corporate sponsor level today. I thank you, Steve, for everything you do. Lance, Darla Landers, Donna Grow, ASC Warranty, everybody that helps us. Longhorn Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks, Lucas Oil. We had a great Glenn Clements racing engine in tonight. Just got to thank my whole team. We got some new people here this week, and going to go through speed weeks with us and hopefully carry along. But everybody there at the very end was just slick on tires, so we're just trying to make it to the end. But it could get exciting, on down the road.
Race fans, Jonathan Davenport, he rounds out the Big River Steel podium. James, Michael, no shortage of upset people down here in V1 in Lucas Oil Victory Lane with your V1 feature winner, Ricky Thornton Jr.
And it's only January.
All I could think was, we'll see you Tuesday night at Ocala. That was my immediate
That place
first
ought to
thought.
be packed, right? I mean, come on out and watch it live there in Ocala, Florida. Wow.
Spicy on night 2, James. Spicy on night 2 in January as we
These
get ready to
guys
take a
are
look at our race
competitors,
recap.
no doubt about it. And they put on a great show and did the best they could do here on the racing recap as Thornton took the lead. Marler got a little bit high on the outside there, and you can see the battle for the lead there in traffic as they picked up the tail of the field. We went the first 49 laps, all green flag. Great battle here during that stretch with Jonathan Davenport and Hudson O'Neill. Here's right here. Thornton squeeze, and there you go. They rubbed, and then Davenport got both of them. And then right here, got in the back. And just let him know he was there. Goes to the outside as you watch this crossover. And he takes the lead for good right here. And then right before our only caution, or the first caution of the race, there's Chris Madden trying to make a run for it. But after that, we had another caution, and it was all she wrote as Ricky Thornton Jr. down here in the Big River Steel podium with Chris Madden and Jonathan Davenport. And that'll be an interesting photo.
It's exchanging Christmas cards, I think,
Yes.
is what it is. It's like you said, night 2, James. It's early.
It's
but
still
night 2.
January, my friend.
Let's step away and take a quick break. We will be back with our final thoughts from the Super Bowl of racing.
Welcome back to the General Tire Super Bowl of Racing here at Golden Isle Speedway, just outside of Brunswick, Georgia. As you see, a little
Put your arm around
Jay.
him.
There you go.
James, you know what I love so much about Speed Weeks, and thank you so much for letting me join you in the booth
Thank
tonight.
you.
But don't worry, America. Dustin Jarrett will be back the rest of the time. What I love about Speed Weeks and makes it so dynamic is night after night racing. Ben Sheldon, we get this now for 15 more nights. That's what we love. Ben Sheldon, final thoughts.
Well, my final thoughts are we've got 60 more main events left this year with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and the Christmas cart list has got shorter, and the friend list has got shorter, and the racing's got more intense. We get set to head to Florida. Ricky Thornton Jr., the one thing we know for sure tonight, $25,000 richer, and guys, it's going to be a roller coaster of a season.
Yeah, there's no doubt as he led that Barron's one lap to go, and Ricky Thornton Jr. leading that and going to the victory lane. Your Todd Steele Building's hard charger tonight, Ryan Gustin. Here, I thought he was a lap down on the scoring monitor, and he comes home in position number 7. Congratulations to the Cooney Motorsports driver out of Marshalltown,
It
Iowa.
reminds me of a race at Brownstown with Jim Curry back in the day when I thought he was a lap down, James. But yeah, congratulations to Ricky Thornton. Obviously the track didn't totally cooperate, but we are leaving with some excitement. The 20 RT, the 49, the 44, not exactly in love with each other. We got 2 at Ocala, 2 at Alltech, 6 at East Bay. What'd you hear JD say there at the end? Stay tuned because it could get exciting the rest of Speed Weeks.
Yeah, and